So did you end up getting busted again?
Oh yeah.
What was the next? What was
The second time I got busted, it was for grand theft. I got busted for 2 GTAs, and that time I think they gave me something like 30 days, like 30 days, because they couldn't prove anything. So I did like 30 days and then got out, and then maybe like a month later I got busted again. I've did every Ricardo M time, from
okay.
the week to the 3 days to the 2 weeks to the 30 days to the 60 days to the 90 days, and then before camp time start kicking in. So yeah, I did all that.
So they gave you plenty of chances.
Oh, they it's crazy, and not to even glorify, but
Of course, of course.
yeah, I went through all that, like stealing cars, and then it just went to violence after that. That's when it just, that's when I start getting busted for violent cases. Mostly just
Okay.
fights, assaults and stuff like that. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Was your family involved in gangs?
Oh yeah, a lot of them. My like I said, a lot of my primos were already busted. Some of them had life. I got a primo right now that's busted for he got like 17 lives. I mean, yeah, he got like 17 life sentence and some odd years. They got him for like 17 attempted murders and 3 murders.
Damn.
So most of my family, like as far as like a certain part, they were all banging. Like either
All right. What about your mom and your dad?
pops, my pops was like, he grew up in San Fernando, so like, and on that street ain't nothing but Mexicanos. That's just how it was. So if anything, I think he wanted to be from there, but they didn't have blacks from their hood at that time, and he's like really good with a lot of their good homies from Sanfed. So I kind of picked that stilo up from him. Like even though he wasn't like all cholo, but he still had like as far as like the dress, my pops was like a real sharp dresser, really clean, really good at martial arts. He was known in San Fernando for his hands and his feet. Like even the police knew about my pops, his hands and his feet. They even snatched his license because he was just that good with his hands and his feet, and he's trained with people like Benny and Jadakitis. Like it's really good, and so that's pretty much where I got the stilo from. I just took it further.
Oh, okay, okay. And what about your mom? Was your mom involved in anything?
Now my mom, I won't say was a square. My mom was just more the stand up for her kids. She didn't take no shit from nobody. You disrespect her kids, she's gonna handle her business. And she had family too. My uncle just got out from doing 36 years to life. Her other brother did 7 to life. Another one of my uncles got busted for shooting somebody. It's self-defense, but I called for he killed the guy. You know what I mean? And then my other uncle, he did 15 years. It's just it's
Yeah.
so it's kind of like, by me getting out and not going back the last time, it kind of broke that mold. People are used to, a lot of my uncles are in and out of prison. I got 2 right now that are on my dad's side, that one of them he had like 36 years to life at one time, and then he got out after 17 years, I think it was, and he got busted again. Now he got 44 to life, and his other brother,
Damn.
my dad's other brother, got 45 to life or something. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, and the San Fernando PD knew about the family. The Joneses were infamous for kicking up dust in the city. So yeah, but mom,
Okay.
yeah, she
What,
wasn't part of that.
what did they think when you started to get involved? At what point did they know that you were involved in gangs?
My pops immediately. I remember smoking Yeska with my pops and everything, drinking with my pops. He met my homeboys and he was good with it. My pops just thought different, you know what I mean? He was still like out there. So that really wasn't nothing for him. Especially my older brother, he's already then did YA time, and both his sons are wild. There's 3 of us, but he was wild, so he's already used to it. My dad never shunned the lifestyle. He just kind of just like, oh, just be solid. That's it. My mom's, kind of thought it was a fad. She thought that, she was like, oh, it's kind of like your dad, you know, it's just a fad. It'll come and go. Like, eventually you'll see that it's not for you and you'll get out of it. But it didn't. It didn't happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just
Okay.
started loving it too much.
Was your family cool with you being from a Mexican gang? Did you get any backlash from anybody?
You know,
He got ready for that one.
yeah,
He's like,
like my uncles are a certain way, you know what I mean? And for the most part, like my dad, I said he didn't have no problem with it because he grew up with Mexicanos his whole life. Like all his homies are mostly from San Fe. My mom's friends are all from Bocoima mostly, you know what I mean? So, but I had primos that were bloods that I had to get down with a couple of times because they didn't respect that fact. But they had been gone for years. So to get out and try to get me to shift to something that was not me, which is crazy because the only thing I ever would have been was either where I'm from, a homie, or a blood. And when I used to fuck with the bloods, when I was like really young, I'm talking about 8 and trying to go that route, my family members are like, fuck that. Like I would literally catch me with a red rag and get beat up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or my cousin that I told you had 17 life sentence. They used to play a game. Like one family member stayed in Northridge, another one stayed in San Fernando, the crib. So I would get sent to Northridge with my family member that's the blood, and I would call him cousin, and the first thing he would do was bomb, like sock me, and you know, chastise me a little bit, and be like, oh, I'm not your cousin, don't cuz me, I'm your relative. So the difference between those two words. So I would go back to the other one and be like relative, and then he would trip on me, you know what I mean? Because he was a Crip, and relative is mostly like a blood word, you know? So, yeah, outside of that, yeah, I've had to fight a few family members. I got uncles to this day that we'd probably kill each other if it really came down to it. And that's just, you know, survival of the fittest. And it's just...
you got family members that you think you'd actually have to kill at some point?
Oh, yeah, we don't like each other. If me and my uncle would have ran into each other in the pen, I would have probably took his win. And that's just because he didn't like me for nothing. He even, you know...
He didn't like you because of you got from a Mexican gang?
And what's crazy is because he grew up with mostly nothing but Mexican dudes, you know? But I don't know if he just felt some type of way about it, but, you know, things are said, you know what I mean? So it just goes without saying, like, if we were to run into each other, it would be, you know?
Damn.
But the only difference is he forget, I don't, you know? It's just the way it is. I don't forget no threats. So, but he got life right now, so I'm not worried about him. But yeah, I've had family members that, you know, they had their disagreements, and if they don't like it, we get out, you know? It's just the way it is.
Right. You had said they tried to get you to become a blood?
Oh no, they didn't want me to. I thought that was the route that I was going when I was around 8. Like I tried to, even in elementary, I tried to go that route because that's what predominantly my family is. We have family members that are homies that, you know, they rock that 1-3, but, you know, I was in between. Like I grew up in between both sides, so it's like, okay, I had more primos that were bloods, so it's like, oh, that must be the route I should go. But they didn't want that.
Okay. So at no point did they try to get you to, even when you got older or anything, they didn't try to get you to, right after?
Oh yeah. They call it coming home. Like like come home, but and sometimes forceful, you know what I mean? But it didn't work with me. I was already at that age to where like pressure didn't affect me, you know what I mean? Like, being just who I am is moving under pressure. To be black and be a Southerner, you moving under pressure. But and then plus at that time in Pacoima, a lot of Mexican hoods and black hoods were feuding, killing each other. So, you know, it's always that division that sparks. Like, but yeah, moms wasn't having it, and I wasn't having it. I was already long past that. Oh, I'm a flip. Like, nah, loyalty is everything with me. Like, it's everything.
Yeah.